Good evening. Welcome to the Social Media and Online Business Tribe. Tonight we are breaking it down. We're going to break down organizing yourself for success. Over the month of January, I did a how-to series regarding goals and breaking down goals. And now during the month of February, we're going to talk about organizing ourselves so that we can be successful with all the things we did with setting the goals. My name is Suzanne Golick. I am your social media or one of your social media and online business tribe moderators. I am also a mermaid and a mermaid ambassador. It is so exciting to be here with you. It is such a privilege, and I look forward to working with you tonight. Please let me know if you happen to be catching me live this evening. I want to be sure to say hello. I also want to be sure to make sure I'm on live, just so you know. I always let my husband know when I'm running live, just in case he decides to pop in. Or the dog. But we're organizing. That's what we are doing for the month of February. So very first thing we're gonna talk about this month is actually our physical workspace. Okay, bud. Thank you. We're going to talk about our physical workspace, and really our physical workspace is our sanctuary. Most of us, not all of us, but most of us are social media entrepreneurs, and so we tend to either be home all day. Hey, Miss Callie, oh, I'm so glad you're here with me live. We're either home all day at our desk, or we leave our work desk and come home to a desk to do more work. But in the whole aspect of our home, our desk really does need to be kind of our sanctuary, where we have the opportunity to think in a way that is clear. So we have a clear space for our mind. Our business is our way. Good evening, Lisa. It's good to have you. Our business is our way of achieving either the financial freedom we're looking for, achieving maybe the dreams that we've been wanting to do. And so we really want to focus that. And obviously we want to be successful. And organization is part of that. Yes, my dog is making tons of noise.
Are you live?
I am live.
I want to give a shout out to my mom and my grandma.
Yep.
Hi, Grandma. Hi, Mom.
Well, it's not live on my profile.
Come on, baby.
Maybe he should have asked where I was live at first. He brings the dog in, he comes in. Yeah, this is really a family environment. Okay, now let's see if I can get my mind back to being organized. Okay, sorry. Oh my goodness, mental sanctuaries is where we are. Okay, so as we're looking at our desk, let's kind of go back. As we're looking at our desk, we really need to utilize what it is that we have on our desk or in our workspace area. And I know there are multiple of us who may not have desks or rooms or office space. And a lot of times it's the corner part of the kitchen table that you set up your laptop and you have a couple pieces of paper and a couple pens and a stapler, and like that's as much as you got. Yeah, Lisa, it was the thought that counts. His grandma tends to catch a lot of my lives, but she doesn't say anything, but she watches them, so that's why he said that. You know, I know that not everybody has desk space or a very specific area that they're working in. So I want to address that just as much as I want to address those who have maybe office space or a desk. So let's kind of do two things. The very first thing that we want to do is clear off the space. We want to look at the things that we use and the things that we don't use. And then in the things that we use and we don't use, are there specific things that maybe you like to have? They make you smile. This jar, it's empty. I have a piece of my business. Luana, okay, so Luana, I'm gonna address this in just a minute for the kitchen table. This jar is empty. It has a piece of my tablecloth for our produce business, but this is one of my really good friend's labels for her honey. It means nothing, but it makes me smile. So even though I don't use it, it makes me smile, and I'm going to make space for it on my desk area. So make sure that when you're looking at those things that you do have things that make you smile. Even if it's a functional item, make sure it makes you smile, because that's part of the entire concept of having a mental sanctuary when you're working. Donna says, I have no designated space. I try to be outdoors. Donna, that is beautiful. When you're outside, you have the ability to breathe it in and just kind of clear the mind even through the air. So I appreciate that as well. And so as we're looking at these areas, you want to make sure that you smile. And you also then want to think, what type of thinker are you? Are you a functional thinker? Are you a creative thinker? Are you visual? Are you analytical? How do you think? Because how you think will also determine the organization of your desk. Maybe you're the type of person, or your workspace, maybe you're the type of person who says, I know where I put it. Now, that doesn't specifically mean it's in a binder, in a nice little box, or any of those things. It could be in a stack, but you're like, I know where it's at. And all you have to do is do, and you pull it. That's your way of organizing. That's okay. And I think that's something that's really important for people to understand. Your thinking pattern will determine your organization. And a lot of times, people say, oh, I'm just not organized. You probably are. It's just in your format. So let's use your style and put it together so it makes sense. Instead of having 10 pages scattered or 20 pages scattered, let's go ahead and utilize paper clips, put the same content together, and then put it in a stack. So you have it all in a stack. So as you go through, you can go ahead and find the things. It's not scattered everywhere, but it's in one stack. So that doesn't mean it has to have its own file folder, its own little binder, its cute little label. There are many, many ways to organize that don't specifically have to be the way that organizers do. And I think that's really, really important. The other part that's important to your mental sanctuary, your workplace, is the smells that you have around you. There are many people I know who happen to be oil people, and so they will have a diffuser. I am going to show you, I have a Young Living diffuser, but I also want to show you something I got for $10. It is an ultrasonic diffuser, but it was $10. Walmart. Do I have high quality oils in it? Yes. But it's a simple diffuser that I picked up at Walmart. It's an ultrasonic diffuser. It was $10. So you can have things that help you think by your smells around you. Your lighting, depending on what it is. I have an LED lamp that's currently facing me so that I have great lighting for the video, but that thing gets turned off because it is way too much for me. Or I flip it so it paints, it goes to the ceiling. It's a $10 bendable light that I got. But I have a really pretty lamp with a light shade here that makes me feel good. So those things are important. One last thing for offices that are maybe in a living room or in a bedroom even. And then I'm going to talk about the kitchen table. Anything that's maybe in the living room or in your bedroom, turn it around. Sounds crazy, but turn it around. Most of the times, we take a desk and we put it up against a wall. Think of it this way. When you walk into an office building, is the receptionist desk up against a wall? Well, you're like, no, because that would put your back to everything. It would put her back to everything that's happening around her. Same concept. You do not want to have your back to everything that's happening behind you. Now, I'm going to give a caveat to that. My desk faces a window. I look out all day long. So I don't need to see what's going on behind me. But the concept of having a wall directly in front of you cuts you off. It cuts off your freedom. It cuts off your mental state. It makes you feel confined. So even in your thinking can feel confined. So by switching your desk around so that your back is to the wall and everything is open in front of you isn't so much a distraction, because you can actually do that. How many times are you in the grocery store and you were this? I mean, people are all around you and you don't see a single person. God forbid somebody steals something next to you, because if the police asked you what they stole or what they look like, you'd be like, didn't even know somebody was standing there. The same thing happens when you have things in front of you at your desk and you flip yourself around. So changing your perspective will also change your ability to think. And by thinking that way, again, it opens you up to the ability to have a different mindset, so that your success is something that's in front of you. All right. Last thing is you want to clean and sanitize your desk at least once a week, whether that is a homemade cleaner that you made with oils, or however you choose to clean it. You want to clean and sanitize your desk at least once a week. Why do we take showers? We don't take showers just because we smell good. We want to smell good. We take showers because we have bacteria and dirt all over our body. Most of the time we are leaning our arms on our desk, and we put our own oils, our own dirt, inks from papers. We get mail, we put that on our desk. We eat at our desk. I mean, you start thinking of all the things you do at that table, and you start to realize how dirty it is. One of the biggest things that you can actually give yourself, even in your own home, is a staph infection. And it'll primarily start here where you're having your arms up against your desk. So you want to make sure you clean and sanitize your desk at least once a week. And that's just a small health thing that we tend to forget about. I forget about it all the time. I do. I forget. Like 2 weeks later, I'm like, oh, I need to just clean my desk. So these are just kind of some things to help you organize yourself for success. And I put in the homework in the description bits and pieces of things you can actually do one day a week to help clean off that desk area and really start to do it. And the next week, we're going to actually talk about working on your digital workspace, your phones, your computers, all that. So last thing I did want to talk about, and I said I would do this with Luana, and I said at the very beginning, is that kitchen space. I used to work at a kitchen table for a very, very long time. So I completely understand how it can be kind of frustrating or confusing, or like, how do I do this? So I'm going to show you what I use. As part of, now I've repurposed some of this so it has my makeup and stuff in it, but these are the things that I utilize or used to utilize when I was using my kitchen table. And it all ended up stacking together, so it worked really, really well. But I used a basket like this. I would take a basket and I would, have a container or 2 or 3 like this that actually stacked up in this basket. So, and I would have them labeled. So that way you can go ahead, put your laptop up, pull your basket out, and in that basket, you've got your stapler, you've got your markers, you've got your pens in these little containers. So all you got to do is open the container, and it's all there. And then when you're done for the evening, it goes back in the basket, and then it goes to the side on a pretty shelf or wherever it is. You know, Luana, that stuff for organizing, these are at the dollar store. These are at Dollar Tree, they're at Dollar Store. You can pick them up for less than $5 and get different shapes and sizes. One of the things I actually did is I bought tackle boxes, so they're a little bit more expensive, but I purposely bought tackle boxes because they have little spaces that you can put dividers in. So if you have like paper clips and big paper clips and little paper clips and stuff like that, that you can put in those tackle boxes and then stack them up in your basket. Baskets, get something cheap, get something cute. Again, Dollar Store, Dollar General. You can do that sort of thing for $10, $15. I also have a trivet that I found. I don't even remember. Goodwill, dollar store, who knows where I found this at. It's a trivet that you put a hot plate on. That's what I put the computer on to lift it. So again, you can have small pretty things in your workspace even if you're working at the kitchen table. So, and do that for yourself. Make a pretty space for yourself. Make it feel like it's together. Another thing that you can utilize for your kitchen table workspace is one of these like wire file things that you can stack all your paper in. So at the end of the night, let's say you have all your paper, you go ahead and you have your file thing. You put the thing that puts your computer on. You put your basket on top of it, and here's your entire office. Your whole office right here. And then your computer. So that way, it's not taking space from anything else, but it's your pretty little area that you've now designed. Get pens that you like. That sort of stuff. I'm a pen person. I love pens. It's 120 gel pens. I don't even know how long this box was a present. It was a bridesmaid's present. Actually was an organizer present. I use mason jars for all my little pens. You can do things that are cheap and inexpensive and keep yourself organized. And you want to stay organized because, again, it keeps your mind clear. So that way you can think of successful things. You're not spending time searching for this or searching for that or trying to figure out which way it goes. There is an organizing lady called Fly Lady. I can't remember. Yeah, it's Fly Lady, flylady.com. I don't remember. Yeah, Luana, I love pens and markers and stuff. I would show you all my stuff. You'll have to check out my profile. I'm actually Color Connection I'm posting a picture of all my pens that I have right now. Anyway, Fly Lady says you want to shine your sink at the end of the night so that when you walk into the kitchen, you feel like you've accomplished, you're starting fresh and you're starting new. That means nothing to me. What means something to me is a clean desktop. Every night that I finish my work, my workspace is cleaned off. So when I get in here first thing in the morning, my workspace is completely clean. So I'm starting fresh. I'm not starting my mind already jumbled and and discombobulated trying to figure out where I need to start or what I need to do. It is already all there for me. So really, really quickly, I got excited with the organizing. Forgive me, in a way. But it's a really cool, I enjoy it. This is what I do. I love to organize. And I love to help people see it. So your physical workspace is your mental sanctuary. Look at your workspace. See what is important to you. What makes you smile? What do you use? What don't you use? Clean it all off. Think about how you think. Are you a functional thinker? Are you a creative thinker? How do you think? Because that will help you organize your space. Look at the lighting that you're using. Have pretty smells around you. If your desk is facing a wall, turn it around so that your back is to the wall. And then no matter where your space is, kitchen table, office desk, it doesn't matter, make sure you clean and sanitize it. I have put homework in the description. So whether it's up there or to the side or down below, wherever it is, I've given you bite-sized pieces that you can do one day a week so that you can really organize your physical workspace. For those of you who are watching or catch this on the replay, please post a picture of what your desk currently looks like. I'm going to take a picture of mine in just a few minutes. I'm going to show you what my empty workspace looks like because that's how I always start my day, is with an empty workspace. So I'm going to show you how that looks and get it up there. So I look forward to seeing your space. My workspace is usually empty and clean. So even though my before picture will look like my after picture, that's how it usually is. But show me a before picture. And then next week, when we talk about our digital workspace, I want to see an after picture after you've gone through and organized your space. All right, my name is Suzanne Golick. I am so excited to be here. I always enjoy it. I do come on Sunday evenings, one day a week. Usually it's 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I got confused this evening and for some reason thought it was 7 p.m. Central Standard Time, so I am an hour behind schedule, but usually it is 7 p.m. Eastern Time. I look forward to seeing you next Sunday when we're going to talk about organizing for success with our digital workspace area. I will talk to you really soon and have a great night. Bye-bye.